Okay, so today we're creating a 3D card form. So we'll see if I know how to do it. So we're going there. There we go. I don't think that's better. I wonder if Dreamweaver is any good. I used to use Dreamweaver back in the day, but I doubt it's like any better. I don't know if it's good. Oh man, I don't think this was a good idea. We'll play with it on this stream. And there's nothing in that folder. Okay, we'll play with Dreamweaver for a minute and see how it goes. I don't have high hopes for it, so... What is Dreamweaver? It's Adobe. It's like Adobe's software for editing web pages. I'm sure they can do a better description. I used to use it way back in the day. Yeah, it's basically for web development. It's basically a tool for editing web pages. And welcome. Good to see you're back. Okay. Credit card, yep, that one. Yep, we'll just call this one main.html. Yeah, so with Dreamweaver, the only reason why I'm using it is because with Dreamweaver you're able to preview it, so you can actually preview the code that you're actually making. So let me see. So it's split right now, so I should be able to see it. I haven't used it in years, but they have Emmet. Oh my goodness. Dreamweaver has come so far. Okay, I'm starting to like it. So if you don't know what Emmet is, this is what I'm talking about. So Emmet is a plugin for text editor that allows high-speed coding and editing HTML, XML, and Xalt. Basically makes sure it's a shorthand. Yes, it allows you to create a bunch of HTML really quickly. So if I want to create 3 divs, you can do div times 3, and it will create 3 divs. And then you can just type it. I don't know what happened there, but that's interesting. Yep. It's fantastic. Oh, well, it's not perfect, I can tell you that. Yep, Emmet is fantastic. Like, you can do all kinds of stuff. Like, if I wanted to create 3 spans inside this div, boom. Just instant code. Yep. And since it's Dreamweaver, you're able to see it right there. Real-time preview lets you view your site in a browser. So that's why we're pretty much using Dreamweaver, just to play around with it. I haven't used it, but just for this one, we're gonna use it. Wait, let me see. Does Dreamweaver have multiple cursors? Hold down Alt, then drag. Oh, I don't like that. Multiple cursors is also a good feature for any text editor. It allows you to select multiple things and add on multiple lines at the same time. Yeah, but it doesn't really look like it has it, which is disappointing. Anyway, okay, so today we're making a 3D credit card form. I kind of know how to make it. There's gonna be a lot of Googling, but I have an idea on how to make it. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. So today I'm just gonna have a div called, credit card container. You can't wait, yay! Yeah, I'm just gonna create one called credit card container. And that's gonna be basically the start of it. I need an example of a credit card so I can kind of look at one. I just need to visually see a credit card. Don't like that one, that's ugly. Yeah, so we're gonna basically follow some of this format. Maybe like, nope, don't like that one. My credit card has the numbers on the back, but we're gonna use one that has numbers on the front, so I don't like that one either. I don't like that one. We'll use this one. This one's a good one. This one's a good example of a credit card. So we have the chip. Yeah, and it has the labels and everything. So this is a perfect example of like credit card to use. Yep, so it has the chip, it has the account number, the name, as well as the expiration date, and then it has the back of the card, which has the customer service. So we're gonna set all that up. Alrighty. So on the front of the card, I'm thinking how to do this. There's different ways to do this. I have an idea, but it might be the wrong way at first, but as I'm learning, I'm gonna change the way I'm thinking. So are you gonna do both front and back? Yes, I will do the front and back because it's 3D. This will be a 3D form. So the way it's gonna work is that when you start typing in the form, when you start putting the credit card information, you'll actually see it editing the credit card. So when you type in the credit card number, you'll see it actually displaying the credit card number as you type it in the form, and it'll show on the card as well as your name. And then when you try to type in the CSV, it'll flip the card over and then it'll start filling it out as you type in the form. So that's how it's gonna happen. Yep, so the front and the back of the card. So we're gonna have a div for the chip. So we're gonna say chip. They say EMV chip, so that's what we'll call it. Yep, and then we'll have a space for the credit card number. Really, I should do this in React. That would be a really good thing to do it in, like React or... Yeah, it'd be great to do this in React, But we'll just do it in native JavaScript and HTML for now. And then maybe I'll go back and do it in React later. So I can just show that off. Yep, so I'm creating a container for the card overall. So this is the container for the card. And then I'm gonna make a container for the EMV chip. We're gonna also do the logo as well, because that's fine. We'll actually put this at the top. So I'm gonna say logo. Whoop, I said log, logo. We're gonna do, I can barely see this. Oh, I'm blocking the thing, sorry. Brio webcam, there we go. Put me over here. Yeah, put me over there, and then I'm gonna blow that up quite a bit so we can see it. Maybe a little bit smaller. Like, the increase in the size on this thing is great because VS Code did not do a good job of increasing the size. Can you not create a div by just putting .logo? I don't know what you mean. Can you not create a div by just putting .logo? Oh, like with Emmet? I guess you can. I guess you can. I didn't know that. I always just put the element and then do it. I didn't know you could do that. Huh, you taught me something new. You taught me something new. It is definitely faster. I'll do that then. You taught me something new. Am I hired? Of course. Hired on the spot. Okay, so we have our container. So this is our credit card container. We have our logo. We have our chip. Now we want the account number. So we're going to create that. Account number. We're going to have the name. We're going to just say full name. And then we'll say the expiration date. Okay, I think that's everything on the front of the card. Boom. And then we're going to create the back of the card too. We'll just wrap this in another div called front. I gotta learn my short keys for this one. With VS Code, you can use Alt to move lines of code, but with Dreamweaver, I don't know how to do that. Insert, no, that's not it. It can't be it. Edit. I love my shortcuts. Okay, let me see. 1 second. Dreamweaver. Move lines of code. Let me see. Like, I just need to move up. Nope, that's not it. Shortcuts just make life easier. Then I can code faster. Oh. I don't think they have any good shortcuts. No, none of that's good. Alright, we'll skip over that. So put all that in the front. And then we're going to create one call it back. Didn't mean to click on it, but alright, signature box. We'll just call it signature. We'll do the magnetic stripe as well. Magnetic stripe. I think that's how you spell it. Strip. DC. What is it? CVC? Is that what it's called? Or CVV? CVV. And then customer service number. Customer service number. Alright, that looks good. Cool. So this will be our front, this will be our back. And then we're going to make our form. So this is our form container. So we want the user to be able to input their account number. So we're gonna create a form called account number. So input, we want the type to be text. Is there something else I want? Input type to be text. That's all I can think of. Oh, okay. Let's put in a label. Oh, well, that didn't work. There we go. So we're going to put it into a label. Yep, that looks right. And then we're going to put our input inside that label. So when they type in the account number, we want it to edit. We want, as we're typing, the account number changes here on our credit card. So it's going to dynamically change as we're typing. So that's what we're going for. So account number, Then we want to do another label where we're gonna have the full name, and then we're gonna have another text. We're gonna have the credit card expiration date. Is this for practice or are we working right now? Is this for practice or are we working right now? I don't get it. You confuse me. Is this for practice or are we working right now? You have to elaborate. I'm so confused. Oh, is this for work? No, it's for fun. That's what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah, it's not for work. Not for work. It's just for fun. But this thing is so applicable. Like, this is useful. Like, a lot of people could use this. Yeah, so expiration date. Wouldn't it be funny though? I would be solving two problems at once if it was work. Okay, so we have account number, we have the full name, we have the expiration date. Now we just need not gonna worry about the signature. We're just gonna do the CVV. I think I forgot that one. Nope. CV. And then we're gonna do input type. We'll do number for this one. We'll do number for that one, and we'll also be doing number for account number. I always wonder if someone's streaming while working. That would be great. Like, you're getting 2 paychecks. That would be fantastic. But then again, our software is proprietary, so I would get in trouble. That would be terrible. Yeah, so I think that's everything for that one. Let me double check. So we got the account number, we have the full name, we have the credit card expiration date, we have the CVV. That's pretty much our form. That's pretty much our form. Alrighty. So now we have our form. Fantastic. Ugh, I don't know how to use this. I make it look so quick and easy. Oh man, watch, I'm gonna struggle in a second. But yeah, that's our form. That's our card. All the HTML looks like it's done, I think. Well, a good majority of the HTML is done. So now it's me trying to figure out Dreamweaver. So we're gonna kind of figure that out. Here, I noticed this thing called attach style sheet. So we're gonna try that. Actually, here what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a new file. We're gonna create a CSS file. Gonna hit the create button. Opened up a new window. We're gonna save this one as main.css. Yep. We're gonna go back to main.html. We're gonna go inside here somewhere. We're gonna do file. We're gonna do attach style sheet. We're gonna go browse. We're gonna go to main.css. So what I assume is gonna happen here is that when I click link, it's gonna add this style tag to this HTML file. That's what I assume is gonna happen. So press OK. And there it is. It's added it for me. See how technology is great? It just adds it for you. So now my CSS is linked to the document. Do you find the CSS is harder than the HTML? No, they're both pretty much equally as easy. So equally as easy. Yep, I'm gonna change this right here. The title is a credit card. So this is what displays in your browser tag. So right here, it displays like credit card Google search. Yeah, so basically my title is gonna be credit card for this one when it appears in the tab. Alright, so we're just gonna save that. We're gonna move on. So the CSS is my favorite part, honestly. Like, I don't care about HTML. JavaScript is okay, but the CSS, making it look pretty, that is my favorite part. I love that. So that's what we're gonna do now. So we're gonna go to main. We're gonna, can I split the screen? Where's the split screen? Okay. Like, oh wow, ooh, this is even better. Oh gosh, I didn't even know that. Okay, wow, I'm liking Dreamweaver more and more. Except for the short keys. Some of the short keys are missing, but other than that, I'm liking it. So here's the source code, and I can just click main.css. That's fantastic. Okay, how do I, like, why does it have two of them though? Let's just do that. Okay, so we have the source code and we have main.css. So now I can see it on the live. So that's fantastic. So we have the credit card container. So I kind of want to see what the credit card container looks like. So I'm just going to do div credit card. Ooh, it just even has like stuff here. So that's fantastic. Ooh, gives me properties. It just does everything I possibly want, apparently. So we're just going to give it a border so we can kind of see what it looks like. So we're just going to do solid black. We're going to do a width. We're just going to make it, 200 for now, and a height of 200 for now. And I don't see anything. Oh, very nice. I don't see it updating. Let me see. Did I do something wrong? It says it's linked. Credit card container. Yep. Let me just check. This is so weird. What is going on? Wait, let me see. Let me go to projects, go to credit card, open it up in a browser. Yeah, it's not showing. I figured it was working, but it wasn't showing up here. That is crazy. What is going on? Let's do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Now I want to show up. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, that's crazy. Okay. Let's change this to red, see if it updates. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't showing in the first place. I just opened it up back up and now it's working, so we're just gonna ignore that and move on. So now the CSS is working for whatever reason. I don't know why it wasn't working before. I just opened it up, back up, and now it's working. Okay, so I gotta learn my short keys. So how? Let me see. Oh, this is annoying. It does have multiple cursors. Oh, look at that. I accidentally found it. There it is. You can... That's awesome. Oh, maybe the second main.css you had open was the functioning one. Had to refresh. Maybe that is it because it was open. Very possible. Yep. But I'm happy about that multiple cursor thing. Like, this is great. That's fantastic. Okay. Alright, so I'm trying to find the short key for moving stuff, but I don't think it has it. Nope. 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 Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, can you do the multiple cursor thing in VS Code? Of course. So here. So in VS Code, I use Command or Control D, and then I can change them all to spans if I want to. Everything just changed to spans. Isn't that great? Or you can change them to P tags, or you can just change them all at once. That's why I like multiple cursors. Awesome. Yeah. Just makes coding so much quicker. And knowing your short commands is amazing as well. It just speeds me up so drastically. Like what I want to, like in VS Code, you're able to like swap lines. So if you want to swap lines, you can just easily swap them like this. So I'm looking for that same command to swap lines in Dreamweaver, and I don't see it because I'll be swapping lines a lot. Dreamweaver swap lines. That sucks. Man, they don't have it. Those options don't appear in keyboard shortcuts. That's exactly what I want to. Keyboard shortcuts. And this is like too long, didn't read. Go to line, show, code hint, link. Yeah, too long, didn't read. Arrange. Nope, that is not it. Yep. I need my shortcut, so I can't say I promise I will be using. Can't say I promise to use Dreamweaver, simply because they don't have the text editing that I like. So yeah, so I like to put my properties in alphabetical order. So border, height, width, alphabetical order. So I like to do that. All right, so moving on. So I got distracted. Okay. So now that I can see my credit card, I can see my credit card here, which is great. I can see it. Now I kind of want it to. No. Oops, sorry. I kind of want it to have the same aspect ratio, so I kind of want to just look at this. Kind of look at the same. So this one's 283 by 180-ish. Because you can see, well, I can't even point to it on the screen, but you can see the dimensions here. So it says the aspect ratio is 283 by 179. So that's pretty much it's close to, I would say it's close to like 2818, something around there. It's close to that. I don't want that though. That's not a good one though. This one looks a little better. Let's click on this one. I want a real nice aspect ratio. So this one's 300 by 170. So that's what we're gonna use. That one's fairly okay. So we're just gonna do 300 by, what was it? 170? Yep. Yeah, so that looks like a decent card size, right? So So 300 by 170, that looks pretty good to me. I like it. Looks like a credit card, or starting to look like a credit card. So another thing that we want to do rounded corners. So this one is a sharp corner. So we want it rounded. So we're gonna do border radius. We're gonna make it, I don't know, 5 pixels. Something like that. Nope. Let's make it 15. And it looks a little better, right? So we're just gonna space this out and make it look a little better, look a little neater, so we can, it's a little neater, a lot cleaner to space those out. Right, let me just back that. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, cool. So we have rounded corners now. Is it too round? Maybe just a little bit. Maybe 10 is a sweet spot. Yeah, and 10, 15, something around there. So it's starting to look like a credit card. It's taking the shape of a credit card now. Yeah, so that looks pretty good there. So we're just gonna save that file for now. And then our form, we're gonna make our form look a little bit nicer, just slightly nicer. Yeah, so the form container, we're gonna spruce that up just a little bit. So we're gonna do div form container. Whoops. All right, so we're gonna give it. So what I'm actually gonna do here is we're actually gonna, let's make that a little bigger for a second. We're gonna wrap the credit card container and the form container into a bigger container. So we're just gonna say, we're gonna call it the main container. Yep. And then we're gonna take the credit card container and the form container. See, if I had my short key to move lines, I would just move it up and that would be so quicker. But since I don't have that, I just have to cut and then paste, which is just so gross to me. Alright, so we have, it's not nested correctly, let me see, sorry. Let's move this here, move that down, hit tab, that looks right now. Gross. You said I'm the first person I've seen use Dreamweaver since '05. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yes. Well, I don't actually use Dreamweaver. It's just for this stream. I just wanted to play with it. Since I bought the Adobe Suite, I was like, oh, I'll just give it a try. See if it's changed in a while. It hasn't. I mean, there's a little bit more going on now. But yeah, VS Code is my thing. Not Dreamweaver. But yeah, so I put the credit card container and the form container inside another div called main container, which is great, fantastic. And the reason why I did that is because I'm basically going to do a flex container. So that we're going to do here. We're going to do display flex. So when you do display flex, sorry, there it is. Yeah, see how everything changed? So when you do display flex, everything inside the main container will be flex elements. So by default, they're horizontal. They're lined up horizontally. So that's why I put everything into a main container and then did display flex so I can have it horizontally stacked. And then you can do like, I think it's like gap. It's been a minute since I've used flex, but you can use like gap. Yeah, so see how it just did a little space there for me. I want to make the gap a little bit bigger, probably like 2. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah. Yep, and so then we're gonna make the form container also a flex. Or maybe a grid. Maybe a grid looks a little better. We'll see. We're just gonna do flex for now. Or maybe a grid is better. I haven't used grid in forever, so you might see me look up some stuff. So grid, I think you do like template, grid template columns, or no? Yeah, something like that. Grid template columns. Let's see that one, and then it's amazing how it stacks. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And then I think I can do something around like, I can tell it how wide to do it, or like the width. Let's do 3. No, that's too short. 10. Maybe not. How does that look? No, that's still too small. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's still ugly. I just want to look pretty. Nope, that is not pretty. That's alright. We'll do that. What layout you trying to create? Nothing in particular. I just want to look semi-decent. Really, I'm just winging it at this point. But this looks good enough for me, I think. I don't hate it. Visually, it's stacked up. It's in line with the credit card, so looks good to me. No complaints. So let's do that. Space that out just a little bit. It's in alphabetical order, just the way I like it. Yeah. So the trick here is, as we type the account number, it's going to populate here as we're typing. So we're going to have a little JavaScript, and then yeah. So we're just going to do a little bit more, maybe a little bit more CSS. Or maybe we'll do that later on. We'll do some JavaScript now. Or maybe we need some more markup. Okay, here, save the file, go back to source. All right. So we're just going to do a little bit more CSS so we can see what the logo is, where the logo is located. So we're going to do logo. I kind of just want to see where it's at for all of them. So logo, the chip, we're going to do the account number, full name, expiration date. Account number, expiration date, and what was the other one? Full name. Yep, oh, that's cool. And then I want to see where it is, so I'm just gonna do display, or no, not display, but border 1 pixel solid black so I can see it. And they're all stacked up. Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay, so now I just kind of want to position them kind of like this credit card. So I want the logo. Well, what the crap is my credit card at? Okay, this is the one. This is the one we were looking at. Let me open it up in another tab so I have it. Yes, so we kind of want to position it just like this credit card here. How to do that? Someone's making me do it. Got an Amazon package. I didn't buy anything. I don't know what this is. Didn't buy anything, so. Has my name on it. Alright. Sorry about that. Flex easy. Easy, yes. So yeah, so we're gonna try to emulate this layout of this credit card. So how we're gonna do that? This sucks, but we'll see. Oh man, let me think about this. I think I want to use grid for this one. So that's how I'm gonna do it for this one. So for the credit card, we're gonna do, so here, we're gonna do display, we're gonna do grid, and then we're gonna do, oh man, it's been a minute since I've used grid, so we're gonna do grid template columns, or maybe I can do template areas. That's probably a better idea here. Yeah, actually I'm gonna do template areas because that just sounds like a good idea right now. Like the template areas is pretty interesting actually. How long have I been doing CSS? Since like 9th grade of high school. So like 09. I don't use Flex or Grid that often though. Like I don't do, my job doesn't actually have me doing too much flex a grid, so. Oh, like, how do I do grid template areas again? Do you work as a developer? Yes, I'm a software engineer. I've been a software engineer for 5 years, 5+ years now. All right, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I did that wrong. So it's just. Oh, maybe it's right. Oh, grid areas. Grid template areas. Why is height like that? Yeah, but supposedly with grid template areas, you can technically do. I think you can do white space. How you do white space? Grid template areas, white space. I think it's a dot. Nope, nope, not that, not that. Nope, nope, nope. Yep, it's just a dot. I figured. Nice. What's your stack and what type of product do you work on? Oh, we don't have a stack. This is my company doesn't have a stack. We just do basically it's just PHP, JavaScript, and HTML. I mean, we don't use like a framework or anything. We use jQuery, but that's a library, so. Oh, we use PostgreSQL too. What product do we work on with software for school systems? So they use school systems in Florida, they use our software to take attendance, do detentions, do grades, all that good stuff. Okay, so with grid template areas, you have to actually name each. So this is like HD. So like somewhere here, yeah, you have to do grid area HD. So that's gonna be fun. Oh gosh. That's pretty much lap stack or lip. PHP, Apache. I'm just guessing what this is. Linux, Nginx. Oh yeah, that's this. Yep. Linux, Nginx, PostgreSQL, PHP. That's exactly what we are. Yep, we use Nginx, we use Linux, and then we use Postgres and PHP. Yep, that's exactly what we use. Verbatim. Okay. Let me think. Grid areas. So now I have to go into each one of these. So this is really the tedious part here. So Laravel. We do not use Laravel. Well, so actually, like half of our, like not half, but like maybe like a fifth of our code is Laravel. Like it's partially implemented because we were gonna, like, some developers back in the day was like, oh, let's do Laravel, let's go all in on Laravel, and so it's like partially implemented, but then somebody along the line said, oh, this was a mistake, so we're no longer doing Laravel. Even though some of the code is in Laravel, we have to, like, it's just too much work to take it out of Laravel, so we're kind of like on the fence about it. So I love Laravel, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So logo. So we got to do logo right here, and then what? That logo, and then we can do grid area, and then we give it a name or an alias. We're just gonna call it logo because it's short, sweet, to the point. There's another one called chip. So we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna give it a name called chip. Forget my semicolon. Account number. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do something like that, and then we're gonna call it I guess ACCT. I think that's pretty good. Keep it 4 letters. Or I'm trying to keep it 4 letters. Full name. Yeah, grid area name. And then we're going to do expiration date. So then we're just going to do div expiration date, and then we're just going to call it the grid area date. Alright, I think that's everything inside of that container, that credit card container. We're giving it a grid area. Now we can visually create the grid. So that's the reason why I did the grid area, because we can visually create it. And that's a lot easier. So we're gonna do space logo. I don't think that worked, but yeah. Let me see. Let's do it on a single line so I can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, maybe the format has to be very specific. That's interesting. That's that. I think it has to be like a very specific format. Alright, let's try something else. Let's do... I'm guessing another quote is a new line, so that's what I'm gonna assume. So we have the logo, we have the chip. I'm gonna put chip here. I think that's kind of it. That doesn't look right at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put another one here. Let's add a grid template columns. Oh gosh, come on. Come on. Okay. So we're gonna do repeat. We're gonna say let's do. So the reason why I like grid is because usually in UI UX you're working with a grid design in the first place. So it's kind of like, here we go. Oh, that's Dreamweaver crap. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, so in like, crap, what is it called? XD, that's what it is. So in XD, when I do my UI UX design, so here's just an example real quick. Oh, okay, so yeah, so when I do my UI UX design in Adobe XD, Oh my goodness, come on, come on. Is it freezing up? Yeah, so shift control. Yeah. So when I do Adobe XD, I use a grid design to kind of line things up. So this one is a 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 is a good number for a grid, so that's what I'm gonna use for the credit card. So we're gonna just say repeat 12, and then we're also going to have it do 1 fraction. So this will create me 7 columns, or 12 columns, sorry. Just like in this example here, it's gonna create 12 columns. So that's exactly what I want. Kind of space this back out. Yep. Cool. I don't know why I'm not seeing anything here, but we'll get there eventually. We're gonna also do auto rows, just for funsies. So we're gonna say grid auto rows. So auto rows is basically, it's gonna automatically create rows for us. That's what it basically is saying. And in this case, we want it, we can do a min max, that's fine. Min max. So this basically says we want the minimum to be 100 pixels, and then the rest just, who cares, we want to automatically just create a size for us. Expected RBRACE, I don't know what that means. But yeah, min max, that looks right. Repeat, that also looks right. Cool. So let's save the file. The file isn't saving. Oh, what is going on? Let me make sure. Let me double check, because who knows if it's actually saving. Main.css. Yeah, okay, it's saving. Cool. Alright, so the grid area 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That kind of seems right. And then alrighty. Let me just try something real quick. Logo chip. Okay, let's get rid of this real quick. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's the problem. Okay, let's add that back. What I need to do is, I actually added this to the wrong thing. So we're just gonna copy this. We're gonna do that. Then we're gonna do front. That's where I messed up, because I made a grid out of the credit card container, and I want to make the grid out of the front. I mean, like, technically I can do something crazy. I can do it like, no, that wouldn't be smart. But there's this thing called this. There's a different display property. So yeah, it wouldn't be smart if I did it, but there's a display property. I don't remember its name, but it's somewhere here. Contents, that's what it's called. So technically I don't have to create this new one. I can just go back here. Yeah, I can go here. I can do display, or no. I do div.front, and then I do display contents, and then everything lines up correctly again. But I'm not gonna do that because that's a bad idea. I shouldn't do that. That's no. It would mess things up later on in the line, and I don't want to do that. So instead of that, I just need to do div credit card container, and then the front div, and then do that as a grid. And then basically I'm gonna move this, so get rid of this. We're gonna move all this here into the front, and that's terribly lined up. There we go. Fixes our problem there. So now it's a little bit better. The reason why it's so big is because it is min max. So we're pretty much gonna say no. Well, for making it visual, we're gonna do like, I don't know, I need like 50 to at least see it. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So now our mission is to get it to look somewhat similar to this credit card and line up all the divs. So this looks like 50 by 50 for the logo. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to logo. We're gonna go here. We're gonna say height. We're gonna say 50 pixel. And then we're gonna say width, 50 pixels. And that looks kind of right. We're gonna actually say auto, I think that's a value. Okay, so that kind of looks right. I kind of want some padding, so, because it looks hideous. So in the credit card container, we're gonna say some padding. We're gonna say like 1 EM. Yeah, that looks pretty good, or close enough. I'm gonna try to make one of these layouts in CodePen. Yeah, I love CodePen. But yeah, so CSS padding basically says, okay, add some padding on the inside of this border, and 1 EM is basically like 16 pixels. So I'm basically saying, okay, make 16 pixel worth of padding from this borderline inwards. So it's 16 pixels of padding from the border to inward. So that looks pretty good. So this is where the logo is gonna go. That's kind of big though. I don't like that. Ooh, oh, so back in my day, we didn't have CSS variables, but now there's CSS variables, and I gotta look it up every time because I don't use them too often. Oh, not on this one though. I have too many tabs open, so we're just gonna close out a few of those. Yeah. So variables are great. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're gonna create it on the body because the body is just a. We're gonna do body. We're gonna say like logo. We're gonna just say logo dimensions. That's probably the best the way we're gonna do that. So logo. Let me see that again. Yeah. So we're gonna say logo dimensions, and then we're gonna say, I don't know, 50 pixels, right? So here we're gonna say, so the way to use CSS variables you call var, I believe, and I think you do dash dash, I think, and then your variable name. So I believe that's how you do it. Let me see. Var, and then yep, that's exactly how you do it. So instead of me writing 50 pixels and 50 pixels in two separate places, since they're going to be the same value, I'm just going to put it in the variable and then do that, I believe. That doesn't look right. That looks wrong. That looks wrong. Brown. Okay. That looks right. Can you... Is this a limitation? No. So test 10 pixels. That looks right. Var text. Yep, that looks right. Too long, didn't read. Did I spell it correctly? This also could be a problem if I didn't spell it correctly. Nope, that looks right. Just a double check. Yeah. Let me see again. As mentioned earlier, yep. You gotta do it on the root. Let's just do it on the root pseudo class. That didn't help, but really? Oh, did I mess up? Yeah, I think you gotta do a dash dash, my bad. Yep, of course. Alright, let's change the bed body. Okay, life is good again. So you gotta have the dash dash. The life of a programmer. Okay, so the reason why I did that is because if I want to change the, instead of changing it in two places every time, I can just change it in one place. So if I want this to be like 20 pixels, I can just change it in one place and then it should just work. Kinda. Is it getting any smaller? Yeah. Taking a while to update, that's weird. It's slow as dirt to update. What is going on there? Maybe this, now I remember why I stopped using Dreamweaver way back when. I think this is the reason why. Because of the live updates. But So this is the logo. Back to the credit card. We want the chip to be over here. So we're just gonna make a chip that's small. We're gonna say chip dimensions. We're gonna have it. So the cool thing, okay, so I think, if I remember correctly, let me think. I think the cool thing is that we can actually do math on these variables, if I remember correctly. Oh man, it's been a minute. Yeah. I just need an example real quick. CSS, variables, math. I think you can do it. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah. Nope, you can't do it because it has the PX on it, which sucks. Man, that's a bummer. CS variables, math, pixels, maybe. Yeah, I don't think you can do it. Maybe you can. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Okay. All right, let's try it out. I don't know if it's gonna 100% work, but we'll see. So we're gonna do that divided by 2. I want it to half the size of the logo dimensions. That's, maybe it'll work. So we're gonna do that for the chip. We're gonna say the height is the chip dimensions. And then we're gonna say the width is also that very same line. It takes forever to reload. So that didn't work, but let's see. Maybe if I wrap it in a calc. Oh, it worked! Oh my goodness. I'm so shocked. Ah, being a programmer. You just figure out stuff on the spot. So that worked. Wow. Okay. Just looking at a few examples, I figured it out. Okay, so basically what I did, I say get this variable 50 pixels, and then you form a calculation on it, which is a new CS. Well, I wouldn't say it's new, but we didn't have this back in the day. But this allows you to run calculations, so you can do math. So you can say 50 pixels divided by 2, and that gave me 25 pixels, which is here. I mean, this is just for fun, but we're gonna change it later. We're gonna make it look more like a credit card, but this is just for fun, just to play around with variables and just show off some stuff. So yeah, so that's that. Next up, we're gonna do the account number. So that's gonna be the fun one. So the account number, ACCT. So the cool thing about grid area, we're just gonna repeat this. We're gonna have it stretch across the entire credit card. So we're gonna paste this about 11 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that should have it stretch all the way across. So if I go, yeah, this live just stopped working all of a sudden. Okay. Alright, let me give it a width and a height to make sure everything's working. Let's get rid of the width. Alrighty. I see the height. That's the expiration date though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it should have stretched all the way across. Do that. Let me inspect this again. I'm sure you can inspect it in like I'm sure you can inspect on Dreamweaver, but it's probably just quicker for me to do it here. That's definitely strange. See, this is the grid. See, you see it's a 12 by 12 grid. Fantastic. Exactly what I wanted. So, why isn't it expanding all the way across? That is the question. So ACCT is the grid area. I did ACCT here. I did 12 times. Okay, let's just troubleshoot. Something's off. Oh. Failure on my part. It was a semicolon. My bad. My bad. I knew I was right. It was a semicolon. Let me move. That's why I put it on this line here, so I won't make that mistake again. Yeah. So now we'll put the height back on so I can kind of see it. So we're gonna do 10 pixels, and then that's a terrible thing right here. Done. Check it out. Oh, I didn't even post a link. Yeah, I probably do. I don't even know how to turn it on. Let me see. Enable links, Twitch, chat. Like, is there a short command? Too much work. Permit. Let's do that. It says I just do permit and then oh, epic fail. Oh man, Google lies. It says the Nightbot says you've been granted permission, but it didn't post it. That's crazy. Yeah, just private message me. That's crazy. That's kind of funny too. Yeah. So I don't like this. There's no gap here between the logo, the chip, and then the credit card number. So we're gonna add a gap. So here. Yeah, this thing froze on me. Ooh, see that gap? Oh, now it's looking good. Now it's looking good. Hmm. No. There go. That was good. That's exactly what we're going for. Exactly what we're going for. Nice. Yep, so then we're gonna make the height. Oh, where was I? Yeah, we're gonna make the height a little bit bigger. So we're gonna say like, I don't know, 2. Yeah, that's okay. Semi-decent. And then we're going to go here. Go here? No. Here. Here. And then there. Yeah, so lastly we want the name, and then we also want the expiration date. So we're actually gonna put those on the same line too. So we're gonna just say that, and then we're gonna say name. We're gonna have the name take up 2 columns, and then we're gonna say 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're gonna have the expiration date take up 2 columns as well. So date. So there they are, and then we're just gonna simply say the full name. We're gonna say the height is gonna be, I don't know, 1, 2 maybe. We'll say 2 EM again, and then, well, kind of just work itself out. But we're just gonna say also 2 EM as well. Yep. So it kind of looks right. Kinda. We're gonna actually have the chip dimensions. So here we're gonna actually have the chip take up 2 columns, or maybe we want it more. Let's, what does 4 look like? Get rid of this. Sorry. There we go. And that's way too many. So we want to take it up 3 columns. Does that look better? Maybe 2. Yeah, I like 2. 2 looks good. That looks kind of like the right shape. And then the account number, that looks kind of right. So we're gonna keep that. The full name, we're gonna have the full name take up a little bit more. We're gonna have it take up 4 columns. So name. That looks kind of good. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Maybe 1 more column. I'm gonna take up another column. That looks a little better. Maybe just 1 more. Yeah. And then we'll get rid of 1 for date. Yeah. That looks a little better. Okay, so that's kind of looking like our credit card. I probably don't want the height of the logo to be so big. That is huge. We're gonna have it like, I don't know, 30. That. Sorry. Maybe 30 is too low. Let's have a little bit bigger, maybe 40. I guess CSS variables don't kind of work for a live mode on Dreamweaver. That's horrible. But that looks kind of better, actually. That kind of looks more legit. So we're actually going to take this, we're going to open up. Wait, just put it there. Go here, we can go here. We're going to just move that over. And then we're just going to kind of get rid of some of this. Okay, that looks good. So that's kind of looking like a credit card, the kind of layout that I want. Yep, the logo's right there. The expiration date is in the corner here. Actually, I want to move it over. Let's move it in this position. Did that even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Why does it look like that? I have no clue. Did I do something wrong? Expiration date 2M, 2EM. I wonder why it was given so much space. Oh, it was given so much space because of this one right here. Because these are in the same column, so their widths are the same. I'll just leave it that way. Hit save, refresh, yep. I don't like the height of this one though. We're just gonna make it a little bit smaller. All right, that looks a little better. Yeah, I'm just gonna say good. I'm gonna say that's good enough for now. Alrighty, so now we kinda got our layout going. Kinda got our layout going. Alrighty. How long have I been going? 1 hour and 33 minutes. Okay. I'm probably not gonna finish this all in a day. Okay, so now since we have our layout going, I'm probably gonna have to do a part 2. But yeah, so we have our form, we have basic layout. Now it's time for a little bit of JavaScript. So we're going to create a new file. We're going to call it JavaScript. What? Okay, yeah. Okay, file, save as. We're going to do main.js. Then go back here, and then we should be able to attach or import. You can't just add a script tag. Life is hard, man. So you go at the source, go here. I don't ever like typing this myself, but you can do main.js. Should import it. And then actually kind of give those an indentation so we kind of see that it's nested inside here. And then there we go, it's linked. Yay. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna use jQuery because I'm not gonna do this in vanilla JavaScript. Maybe I should though. Ugh, that sounds like a lot of work though. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try and see if I like it. You can do it. Only have to update a field. Okay, so now, oh man, it's been a minute since I've done it in vanilla JavaScript. DOM content loaded, I believe. So you got to use an event listener. So basically, you say, just basically copy this right here. So you basically say, I use bat ticks. So I'm actually going to replace that part. Yeah, so when the DOM content has loaded, we're going to fire off this event. We're not going to use the arrow function because that causes problems every now and then, so I don't want to run into that. So when the DOM content has loaded, then we're going to attach our event listeners. So then we're going to say, so we're going to attach our event listener when they change. So on change, I think, is it actually called on change? And jQuery is called change, but just to double check. Yep, it's called change. Okay, cool. So we do change, and then we say function, and then we pass in the event, and then, yep, so function change event. We gotta close this here, and then, so it's not on the window, that's for sure. It's on the, let me see. So when you don't know something, you go to Mozilla, and basically that's how you figure stuff out. So add event listener, it can be added to the event target. So type listener. Common targets are elements. Methods of the event target interface. So I just need a quick example. On the window, of course. On some element, yes. So it definitely works on elements. So in order to get our element, we're going to say const. We're going to say account number. We're going to do document.querySelector. And then we're going to pass in our account number here, and then we're going to say account. What in the world is going on? It's overwriting stuff. Ooh, I don't like this. You can't use Dreamweaver. It's terrible. Oh my goodness. Let's exit out of this again. Oh man, this is just terrible. Okay, now we're back to where we were. So in order to get the element, you say document query selector, and then you pass in the class or the ID or whatever the element is. So this will get our account number. It will get the account number input, and then we're adding an event listener to it. So every time we type into this input, it's going to do something. So when it types something in, we're going to actually we're gonna actually replace the text of this one here. So, whoops, sorry. I think I'm supposed to do, yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna say, for the account number, we're gonna actually do this. We're gonna say class equals, we're gonna say input account number. That's the class we're gonna give it. And then we're gonna go back here. Wait, what is it? Spend less time switching HTML and CSS. Make style changes directly within the HTML file by placing Control E. What? Interesting. Doesn't help me here, but okay. So then we're gonna get the. So then we're gonna get the input. So we're gonna do document.query selector, and then we're gonna get the input account number, and then there, and then we're gonna actually do. We're gonna get the value of the input. So we're gonna do const val u equals that, and then now that we have the account number, we have the value. Now we're gonna say the account number dot inner text. So the text of this div right here, we're gonna set it to the value of the input. So hopefully that just works. I guess it's not really live, is it? If I can't type in it. And the JavaScript failed. Cannot read property of null. Let's see what that is. Oh, this is actually null. I don't believe you. Ooh, a typo. It's not an underscore. Okay, maybe they were right. So go back to main.js. Instead of the underscore, it is a hyphen. So they were right. So now, refresh the page. If I type something in, it still didn't work. Inspect. Go back to sources. Type something in. Oh, go click a breakpoint. Let's actually refresh. So that actually worked. So the account number was selected. So when you're debugging, you want to put breakpoints for JavaScript. So account, you see it highlighting the account number, so that was selected. You can add event listener. I added it to the wrong thing. I didn't want to add it to the account number. I wanted to add it to the input. So we want to go back here. We just cut this out. Put it here. We're going to say account number input. And then this actually wants to be the account number input. So we want to add the event listeners to the input actually. And then when the input changes, we want to run some code here that says the account number inner text is equal to the value. So we hit save, we go back here, refresh the page. Don't want a breakpoint now. Should just work. Still didn't work, but okay. Oh, input.value. Yeah, input is .value is not defined anymore because I changed it. So that's account number input. Hit save. Let's try that one more time. And they won't let me have it. There it is. Let's actually refresh it. Refresh. Oh, sorry. It's not on change. I actually want something called JavaScript event listener input. Do they have that? I know jQuery does. Or on key press, maybe? Or input? Yeah, maybe. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Okay, let's change this to input instead of change. Hit save. Go to credit card, refresh. Then we type in the account number. It's a miracle, it works. Alright, so we want to do the same thing for the full name. So we go back here. We go, basically want to copy this here. Basically want to copy all that. We want to call this full name input. We want to copy this. It'll be faster if I do this in VS Code. Full name input. And then we want to do, yeah, I'm just going to switch to VS Code temporarily. Here. Okay, back, save, go back to VS Code. Oh, did I save? Yep. And then we're just gonna go here. We're gonna duplicate. We're gonna move it down. We're gonna type full name here. We're gonna go back there. And then we're gonna change this to full name. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks right. Yep. Hit save. Go to main.html. We're gonna give it the input wherever that is. This input right here, we're gonna give it a class equal input full name. Hit save. Go back to main.js. That looks right. Full name input. Yep, that's right. Change this to full name to get the value. That also looks right. This needs to be full name as well. Yep. It all looks right. Okay. And then refresh here. And then when I type here, didn't work. So full name input. Input full name. Did I type that right? Input full name. Yep. Full name, the class. Full name there. That is correct. So add the event listener full name input, correct. This doesn't look right here. I think that needs to be full name input. And then that should work now. Refresh. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, so the last part is, we're gonna get to this later, the backside. So eventually we're gonna get, when you type, so this is gonna be the cool part later on, but when you type in the CVV, it's gonna flip the card on the back, and then it's gonna do the same thing these other inputs are doing when you type in stuff. So it's gonna flip the card on the back, and then it's gonna start typing and filling it in. So that's another cool part that we're gonna do later on. It's almost 2 hours, so I think we're close to a good stopping point. But so I'm gonna have a part 2 and maybe a part 3 if I don't finish. If you wish to match the design of the reference image, you may find a problem with the loan card number. There's going to be a problem with the loan card number? We're going to actually save this image so we can look at it later. Because this is our reference image, so we can do credit card. We're going to say reference credit card. Oh, as they type. If you consider the spacing between each set of 4s, then consider how you're going to inject the numbers with the JS as they type. I think there's gonna be a solution to that. The spacing. I think yeah. I want to say there's something for it. I can't remember. There might be. There, maybe. Let me see. I have to think about that one. To ensure the first 4 numbers they enter get put in the first block of the 4 numbers, and so on and so forth. I want to say there's a CSS selector, maybe letter spacing. Probably not going to be helpful. It probably doesn't give me that kind of control. Yeah, I would have to think of some solutions for that. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. Can y'all do like nth letter or something like that? Is that a thing? Ooh, that would be cool. No, there isn't. I know there was a first letter. That sucks. And I don't want to do all that. That's too much work. I'm gonna have to think about this. That would be cool if there was an nth letter, though. Group the first 4 letters, or first 4 characters. Some thoughts to think about. Modulus. I could do that. I could do that, but I also want to like. I don't want to put in a different span. It sounds like I don't want to do that either. Split numbers into each respective group. I could do that. Do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. I feel like there should just be a way to like space it. There should be a way, right? There has to be like a selector that says like space every 3 or every 4 characters or something like that. Whoop. Let's do it. CSS space every, I don't know. There has to be a solution, right? Oh, that sucks. There's no type of thing like that. That nonsense. Oh, this might be. Wait. Wait, this might be interesting here. Or you can bind a magic input for every card number where visually it looks like one input, but technically it's four. And when you fill in the first four numbers, it will auto jump into the next input. Then you have four inputs to match four groups. Yep. Right about that. Ooh, let's see this one. Yep, this is probably what I want here. Yep, this is exactly what I want, I think. Because it groups it. Yep. Because I think columns, I rarely use this, but I think columns is actually for like newspaper type stuff. I wouldn't have thought of it. I wouldn't have thought of this one, honestly. Because I've seen it. I've only seen it used in regards to newspapers. And I didn't even think that you could possibly use it for text like that. But it makes sense, I guess. Kinda. I don't know how exactly it works. This is a bunch of text that is split into 3 columns. I guess it's the width that determines it. Yeah, I think it's the column width that splits it up. So that's smart. I mean, that was a smart hack that they had there. I wouldn't have thought of it though. Like I said, I only used it in newspapers. I have never seen that in all my 10 years developing. Yeah, I've only seen it like one time, and that was like it was like some random CSS tricks page that I was visiting, and they had did the columns property. So that's mind blowing. Like that's some good hacking right there. So we'll just add that too. So account numbers, yeah, here. So I mean that's good hacking right there. Like I don't know what width you have to have, but well that failed. I clearly did that wrong. Okay, let's go here. Oh, I gotta do the column gap. There we go, there we go, go. Oh, I thought that was it. Am I missing something else? Word wrap. Let's try this. Yeah, I would never. Okay, so here. Yeah. Oh, I forgot what it was before. What was it? 0.2 EM, sorry. That still wasn't right, but we'll kind of get close to it eventually. that's a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. So maybe not 50. Maybe like 40? Nope, 50. How many is the account number? I can't remember. One, 2, 3, 8, 16? Okay, yeah. Oh, that looks great right there. We're copying that. This is mind-blowing. Well, now I know. Now I know how to hack. Hack my way through it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I know, right? That is a nice trick. Man, I wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, so we want to move column gap up. And probably right here. And then we're gonna hit save, and then we're gonna do that. Now let's refresh. That's so nice. Okay, we're gonna take off these breakpoints. And then we're gonna do this. Okay, let's type. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Doesn't work for your setup? That's weird. Oh, yeah. Yep, did you do the columns? Did you do the columns, column gap, and then also the word break or the word wrap? Those 3 properties. But yeah, that is awesome. So that does the spacing, that does the layout, that looks pretty good. And then, yeah. Oh, I guess you gotta play with the, to get all 4 numbers on the line, I guess you gotta play with the column gap a little bit. Or maybe the width. That might also affect it, like the width or the column gap. That might potentially be what's causing. Like depending on the size. Oh, that's weird. Let me see. Yeah, I'm done for the day. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, that scared me. But yeah, I'm done for the day. So. Like I don't even know how this is working together. Let's see. Oh, you did space between? Oh, that's why I was doing that. Okay. gotcha. Alright, color top, display, space between columns. Even more interesting. Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, you said delete the flex? Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. I delete the flex. But it's wrapped around. That's weird. I don't understand that one. Well, it kind of makes sense, but not really. I feel like there's enough space, so it shouldn't be wrapping like that. Let me see. Ooh, auto. What's it? Ooh, auto. That looks promising. But did it do anything? No. That's not doing what I thought it was going to do. Let me go back up. It's a shorthand for count, and it's also a shorthand for width. So 400 just for fun, 300 for fun, 200 for fun, 100 for fun. That didn't work at all. That is interesting. I don't know. It's no possible way that it should be wrapping like that. That I can think of. I feel like the width is big enough. It's absolutely weird. Let me see. Column gap 10. Yeah, that's not it. Break word makes sense. Okay. Columns 4 kind of makes sense. Let's just add a width for fun. What? My mind is blown right now. That is so strange. And it still wraps even if it's really small. That is crazy. It's not even doing 4 columns. I have no clue. I'm gonna take a look at this later on. Because this is baffling. That is weird. It might be the parent flex. Yeah, that's possible. Yep, no clue. Turn off flicks. Still wonky. Mind blown. That is the way to end a stream. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at this tomorrow. Cause it shit'll fart. the number of columns when drawing its contents. What if I, like, one more thing before I try to call it quits. Let's do 3. Even with 2, it doesn't act right. That's crazy. Yes, something I'm missing here. Yeah, maybe it has to do with font size, maybe. Or maybe something with the... I gotta think about that. Maybe line height? I feel like this is not it, but just for fun. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope. Well. Nope. I spelled with wrong. Change this to 4. Yeah, weird. All weird all the way around. Yep, I would have to take another gander at this. That's crazy. But yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do a part 2 next time, where typing in the CSV flips the card around and then it starts adding it there. And then I'm gonna add some more CSS so this looks a little bit prettier. And then we'll also add a logo as well as the chip, as well as this here, which I have no clue. I forgot. Oh, the expiration date. All right. I would like to say, yeah, before I leave, I like to say special thanks to yeah. Pro Evils, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I see you later. Yep. Ooh, Pro Evils follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're 62 on Twitch, so that's great. Appreciate it so much. And then Faux Triple G, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. He taught me something new too, so that's great. Was there anybody else who came to the stream? I think it was just those two. So thank you again. Thank you, Faux Triple G, for coming in, watching my stream. Pro Evils, thanks for the follow. I very much appreciate it. 62 followers on Twitch. I'm very happy about that. So I'm almost to affiliate. Just need those the average of 3 viewers. So thank you guys for watching. It's been over 2 hours and 20 minutes, so I'm not going to take any more of your time. Thank you for watching again. Anybody who didn't comment, thank you. So that is it for me. I will stream again probably. I'm probably gonna skip Wednesday, so maybe Thursday or Friday. So thanks again. I will catch you guys later. See ya.